Hi everyone, this is Victor Mushimbame. This is my channel. Excuse me. Ocean of Knowledge. Yeah, so last time we looked at the topic, there is more to life than just being happy. So this time I was thinking that we can do something on the topic that I'm calling how to make stress your friend. I think this one will be very helpful even for those people who are studying. This one will be helpful as we try to fit into a new environment. New environment and situations, because most of the times we are stressed when we face new things, new environment, new situations. You see, so the time if we are trying to fit into that new situation, we find that the situation becomes our stressor, the environment becomes our stress. So we are stressed each time we face new situations, new environment. The world is stressed. Everyone is stressed. Stress will always be there. You can't get rid of stress completely, but stress will always be there. So we are taught how to deal with stress, but we are not taught how to make stress our friend, how you can use it for your own advantage. So that's the topic that we'll be following. So I've come to understand my purpose. I've come to understand that my purpose, and I always love to help others find their meaning in life. You know, it's hard to see or get meaning from everything that we see. Some people, they look at their lives and they see it as useless, as not important. But it's my joy to see how I help people find their meaning and their identity being restored, find their belonging. It's amazing how God works out, how God uses all these things just to help us. Yeah, so now this one will be looking at how we can make stress to be our friend. For a long time, we have been told how stress can make us sick and how it can lead to cardiovascular disease. So we are told most of the times, and we have been hearing about how stress can make us sick, how bad stress is, how it's not needed in our bodies. So that's why each time when we think about stress, we always connect this to sicknesses and diseases. How stress can make you sick, make you paralyzed without functioning, make you just lying. We have seen people who are stressed, they just lie down all day without doing anything. How stress can be harmful to your body, to your health. That's what you see. Search on Google, go on YouTube. You'll find so many teachings about how stress can make us sick. And these are videos, they end up creating the society in which we think we are not safe. The complaining society, whereby whatever you see, you complain. But we have never seen stress at this angle, from this angle, the angle from which I'm seeing it from, the angle from which I'm seeing it, so that we understand. So we always connect stress to sicknesses and cardiovascular diseases. It is like stress has been painted as a bad guy. It is perceived as an enemy. Whenever you see or whenever you are stressed, you always try to find ways to get rid of it. You try to find ways how you can deal with it. On medications, you go through different counselings just to get rid of it. One thing that I've discovered in my few years of study is that sometimes we try to fight things we don't know. Sometimes we want to handle or get things that we don't know. Sometimes we even try to fight stress, but we haven't taken time to know it, to understand how we are stressed and what happens to our bodies. We haven't taken time to do that. We find that we are fighting the battles of us versus stress. We don't even understand stress. So I want you now, in this video, to know stress. So that after discovering that we all have stress, so I discovered that we all have stress, and it's always with us. It will always come, no matter who you are, whether you are rich or poor, you are great, you always be stressed. Stress will always come, and it's always there, and it's real. When we face new environment, when you face new environment and new situations, when trouble comes, you see, we are always stressed. Stress is always there. So let me start. I will just talk about a few things as I prepare you on this topic. This is like my introduction. So I want you to know that the first thing that you should know is that you are a human being. I think we don't know that. We don't know that God created us to be human beings. If a human being, you should know that as a human being, there are emotions in you. There are a lot of things that make us human beings. And let me talk about emotions. There are emotions in our lives, and emotions are like windows to who we are. When we are watching TV, what makes you cry? When you see people suffering, what is your reaction? All those emotions that we show, those are windows. We should not ignore them. Windows to knowing who you are. We are fast to know or spend time to know our neighbors or our friends. If you ask a question about your friend, you are fast to explain. But if they ask you a question about who you are, you find it difficult because you have never thought about that one. So I want you to know that you are a human being with emotions. The emotions are windows and can help you discover who you are. So let me talk about fear. Fear is always painted. Look at fear. Fear is basically being afraid of the future. Fear is all about the future. When something happens, you always ask yourself what will be next. That question is what triggers fear. What will be next after this? When you hear someone running around your house or a gun outside, a gunshot, do you know what you ask yourself? What will be next after this? Will they come and break into my house and kill us? So future is all about thinking what will happen next after this one. Maybe you are in the dark. Let's say you are in the room and you are alone and you see something like a human being. You know what you ask? What will be next after this? Or will it come and kill me or what? So fear is all about thinking about what is next. What is next? We are always scared. But when you look at fear is something that we have as human beings. It is there. When you are scared, your eyes grow wide. You see, to make you alert, because you want more light to enter in your eyes so that you are alert and you can see around what is going on. You are alert to know what is coming. So the body is preparing you. Your eyes become big. Your heart starts pumping fast because you need oxygen, preparing you for the action. Maybe you need to run. You start breathing fast so that more oxygen enters you and prepares you. And even your muscles grow to prepare you for the action, running. There are people act out of fear. And most of the animals, even the snake will bite you because of fear. Most of animals, they bite you because they are scared of you. So fear can even prepare you to fight back. There are people who are perceived to be coward, but when they are scared, you see how they can react. See, sometimes we react out of fear. So fear prepares you. It is something that God has given you. And a lot of changes. It's like a preparation for the action. Fear. What am I saying? There are things that we should know before we judge them. Because we think like we are not human beings. You have got fear. Do you know that I've discovered through observing my children? No one is even making them scared. But you find that this fear will just come, just to show you that it is there. They just fear something which is normal. They just look at, like Nuru, when she was growing, I think she was 1 year. She looked at my nose and she looked at it. Then she was scared of my nose, so she was just pointing at my nose. And I started thinking, if this girl starts like running away from my nose and it is always here permanently, so I just thought that this is me. This is my nose. This is part of my body. Children can be just scared because they are human beings. It's not that always when children are scared, there's something in the room. Oh, this is just fear. Fear can just come to remind you that you are a human being. So fear is there. And there is also anger. No, anger is almost similar to fear, because when you are angry, anger is not always bad. How we express it is what now determines whether anger is good or bad. How we express it, I always teach people and my children, when they are angry, better they speak out. When you are mad, better you speak, because anger is something God has given you, something in you that tells you that something is wrong. When you are angry, you shouldn't close up. You should speak out. You should talk about it, because anger is reminding something is not right here. Anger is something that reminds you that something is wrong. And also when you are angry, you start breathing fast. There is energy, much energy in your body. And anger prepares you to rise above the situation, to rise above the problem. And you are bored when you are angry. But how we express it, sadly, we don't know how to express anger. It is not there to destroy things. Anger is very destructive if you don't understand it. Because when you grow up in our homes, you find that we have seen how our parents used to express anger, how our brothers and sisters used to express anger. When they're angry, they beat someone. When they're angry, they break something. So we see this is the normal way. And for a child learns everything. Children learn how to eat. They learn how to walk. They learn how to talk. They learn how to stand. They learn how to buy. They learn how to cook. They learn everything. So during that time when we are young and we are observing different homes, you find that you learn and you think this is the right way. So that's what paints anger to be bad. But anger and fear, these emotions are there to remind you that you are a human being with emotion. See? So, when people ask me questions like, what motivated you to do what you do? And when I tell them anger, they are shocked for a moment. Like yesterday, someone asked me, what motivated you to do what you do? To study how you studied, to pray how you pray. It's anger. When I look at my family and how we are born and how people used to laugh at us, and how I just look my family background, where I was born from, the situations that we are facing, and when I look back, I get angry. And I understand anger is the energy to change it. And I start now looking at valuable resources that God has provided. And I use them to change my history. I use them to change my present and work on my future. I start using them. So it's not all about people are laughing at me. It's about why they are laughing at you. So it was anger, and I got mad at my past life and how we are brought up. I never wanted to continue like that. I wanted to change it. I wanted to remove something that makes people laugh at us or mock us. When I'm even studying, I always remind myself, this is what you always wanted. And I still and the memories are fresh. I still look back. When I look back how we used to live and the family background and how poor we were, that gives me energy to do more. I use that energy not to fight with people, not to break or to burn schools. I like what someone said, get angry, but don't burn schools. Get angry at yourself. Get angry at your past. Then decide to change. When you are sitting, you are studying, think about the sufferings of your family and how your parents are suffering to find money for you. Think about that one. Get angry and change it. Turn that anger into energy and study like no man's business. So that's what motivated me to do what I do. Something the past, to do with the past, and how I was brought up in the situations. And when I got mad, anger was reminding me that there's something wrong about my family. There's something wrong about how we are living. There's something wrong about us. Not something wrong about people who are laughing, something wrong about us. Then started thinking about how I can change it. So in this video, I'll be teaching how to make stress your friend. How? And I will show you also, I'll talk about how this stress works in your body. When you are stressed, how is your body like? What happens in your body? And I will talk about that one. So I would encourage you to subscribe and share this video. Help me help others to find meaningful in their life. So subscribe and share. Invite your friend. You can even share on your Facebook wall or page and ask people to subscribe if these videos are helping. So I would encourage you to stay curious as you wait for videos, as you watch this one. Stay curious and always ask a question why. Make meaning from everything that you see. Make meaning from everything that you see. So it's bye-bye for now. Hope to talk to you next week. So enjoy the video. Bye-bye.